So first is hardware requirement. So this is a minimum requirement of hardware. So processor, dual core processor is there, that is enough. And RAM, if you are using only command line interface, 512 MB RAM is enough. If you also require graphical user interface, 1 GB RAM is required. And hardware, hard disk, 10 GB hard disk space is there, that is sufficient for command line interface. For graphical user interface, 15 GB. Even with 10 GB space, I will show graphical user interface also. It means 10 GB space also enough to install Linux operating system. Now, recommended partitions and their sizes. These are the recommended partitions in Linux while installing the operating system. These are not compulsory, they are recommended. So what are the compulsory partitions in Linux means? Forward slash and swap are the compulsory partitions. Forward slash and swap are the compulsory partitions. Forward slash is compulsory because it is a parent directory. It is a parent directory or top level directory in Linux. So it is compulsory partition. Swap also compulsory partition while installing the operating system. Swap is compulsory. What is swap means? It is a virtual memory. Virtual memory means physically we cannot touch it. Using hard disk will separate that swap space, virtual space. And what is the use of this swap memory means? This swap memory is used to increase the performance of RAM, physical RAM. Now assume you have 1 GB RAM. Okay, it means while sending the data and receiving the data, it uses 1 GB space. Now, you want to increase the performance of your RAM. In that scenario, using hard disk, we can create virtual memory, means swap memory, and that space we can add to RAM. Now, swap size is twice the RAM, double of the RAM. Now, what I will do is 2 GB space I will take from hard disk, okay, and that space I will add to RAM. So now, already 1 GB is there. Now, if we are adding 2 GB means your RAM's capacity is now 3 GB. So while sending the data and receiving the data, it uses 3 GB space. It uses 3 GB space. So performance of your RAM will be increased. Okay. And remaining are recommended partition. /boot is recommended. If you don't create also, it creates automatically. Under forward slash, it comes automatically and it uses the space of forward slash. So now /boot is recommended to create while installing the operating system just to avoid wastage and just to increase the performance also. See, now assume /boot something around it is created under forward slash. Now whenever we are storing something, actually /boot contains bootable file state. So if you are also creating some personal data in /boot means it allows you to create because it is under forward slash. So space it will take from forward slash and it creates the files and directories. Okay. So what is the problem with that means while loading along with bootable files, it also checks your general files and directories also. That is wastage, time waste. Performance will reduce. Okay, so its system will get slow while loading because it will check each and everything what is there in /boot. So to avoid that, what I will do is while installing the operating system, I will create /boot. And I will give /boot require 200 to 500 MB space. That's it. So now I will give only that space. So when that space we fix, it will not store any personal data. If you are trying to create also, without knowing if you are trying to create also, it will give you insufficient space. So it will not allow us to create the files or directories. So that while loading the PC, it will load only bootable files. Only for that reason, it is recommended. Slash home also recommended. Remaining all the directories are recommended only. Slash home is recommended. While installing the operating system, if you want to fix some size to slash home, means if you want to fix some size to users, like 200 GB, 100 GB, something space if you want to fix for your users, normal users, you can fix the size. So using that space only, users can store the data. No, you don't have any users. This is your personal laptop or desktop. In that scenario, we log in into super user account only, right? So no need to specify any size to normal users. This is also recommended only. And next, slash USR and slash var. These two are recommended in server PCs. Slash USR and slash var are recommended in server PC. Slash USR and slash var. Slash var, what it contains variable files, means system log files. So in server PC, they will create slash var separately and they'll give more space so that it can store all users' data. How many users logged in, what are the commands they executed at what time they logged in, what applications they are running. So in order to store all the information, it requires more space. So that is the reason it is recommended in server PC to create. And next one is slash USR. Slash USR also recommended in server machine only. Slash USR contains default applications. In server machine, they will run all the applications. All the applications they will run. So that because servers, administrators don't know which user required what application. So whenever any client is trying to access any application, it should open that application. So that is the reason 24/7, they run all the application, default applications. So which user required what application, they can access that. So in order to run all the applications without any interruption, so they will give more space to slash USR. Okay, so these are the recommended partitions in Linux. But what are the compulsory partitions? Means forward slash and swap are the compulsory partitions. Forward slash is compulsory because it is parent directory or top level directory in Linux. Under forward slash only we have subdirectories. Swap is compulsory because it is a virtual memory and it is used to increase the performance of RAM. Fine. Now I want to install operating system so that I can access the operating system in order to execute the files. Okay, so now if you want to install the operating system, means what we require? OS. ISO file is required. First we required is ISO file. So then we required a PC. We required a PC. Computer we required. Now I want a computer to install Linux operating system. But I don't want to purchase Linux operating system. I don't want to purchase a new computer just for practice purpose because I already have one PC. Again, I don't want to purchase another computer. Right. Even you also, you already have a laptop or desktop. Just for practice purpose, we don't want to purchase another device. So then what to do? You have a PC, right? Remove this format your hard disk. So where you have Windows operating system, it means we remove Windows operating system and install Linux operating system. Even we don't do that because we lost our personal data, right? So we have a solution that is VMware software. So we need VMware software. It is a tool. So third-party tool we can say. I already installed. So this is virtual machine, VMware. In my VMware, I have many virtual machines. I already created virtual machines. See, if you have Windows 7, install VMware 12. If you have Windows 8, install VMware. You can download from the Google. VMware 13. If you have Windows 10 operating system in your computer, install VMware 15. Actually, these are pros. Okay. If you have Windows 11, install VMware 16 or 17 Pro. I suggest 16 Pro only, those who are using Windows 11. So download VMware software. Okay. So download and install it. After installing, if you open, it will be like this. Now, I already created virtual machines here. Virtually, we can create using this VMware software. Virtual computers we can create. See, click on File, New Virtual Machine. Sometimes in home screen also, here also it will show that Create Virtual Machine. Now click on Create Virtual Machine. Now click on Next. Now select I will install the operating system later. Select this option. I will install the operating system later. Click on Next. Which operating system you want to install, you can select. This VMware is not only for Linux operating system, any operating system, even Windows also you can install using this VMware software. So Linux, Next. Now you can give any name to your virtual machine. Click on Browse and select My PC. So I'm selecting this PC. Now here I have multiple partitions. Select the partition where you have space. If you have single partition also, you can select the partition. I'm selecting my D drive. If you have only one drive, you can select that drive only. Now, make new folder. Select this option and give any name. Okay. One moment. Next. How much space you want to give for that folder? I'm giving 40 GB space. And using that, I want to create a single store virtual disk as a single file. 40 GB space I'm reserving for that folder. Now finish. Now if you observe, virtual computer is created with 1 GB RAM, 1 processor and 40 GB hard disk. The space what we gave for the folder, that space it is using as a hard disk. Okay. So now virtual computer is ready. Virtually one computer is ready. Physically we cannot touch it. But virtually now one PC is ready for us. So we can install the operating system whatever we want. I want to install Linux operating system. So what I will do first, I will download Linux ISO file. So those who paid, you'll get the Telegram group link, right? Join into the Telegram group link. So I will share these notes and ISO file. Also, I will share to that Telegram group. So now click on CD or DVD. You can download or I will share. Click on CD or DVD. Now select ISO image file. Now browse and select the ISO image where you saved. Okay. Now click on OK. Done. Now what next? Install the operating system. Select power on this virtual machine just to switch on. This is like switching on. Now select first option. Now click on skip by using tab button in keyboard. Click on skip. Click on skip. Select skip by using tab button. Now press enter. Next. Now language, English. Next. Keyboard type, US English. Next, if you want to select different options also, you can select. Now select basic storage device to install the operating system in normal desktops or laptops. If you have server PCs, like where you have SCSI hard disk, RAID hard disk, SAN, in that scenario, we go with second option. So generally we go with first option only in organizations also. Next. Next, is Discord any data? Click on it. Now enter host name. Host name means computer name. Host name can be anything. Say for example, I'm giving redhat.in. Or I'll give my share. Next. Now select time zone. I'm selecting Asia Kolkata. You can select from the map or you can select from here also. Okay. Next. Enter root password. Root password means super user password. Super user means what? Administrator. In Linux, super user login name is root. So super user account is already created with root name. Login name root. So it is asking for the password. You can generate any password. Okay. So I give the password with 6 characters. That is the reason it is showing weak password. Still, I want to continue. Okay. Now select create custom layout so that you can create the partitions as per your requirement. Now it is showing total available space. Click on create standard partition. We also have RAID partitions and logical volumes that uh, as of now we'll discuss standard partition. Okay, so in Linux means RAID partitions and logical volumes also you will get. Standard partitions create while installing the operating system, we create standard partition only. Now mount point /. How much space you want to give? Your wish. I'm giving 10 GB. 10,000 means 10 GB. Okay. Create standard partition. Create mount point. I'm giving /boot. /boot require 200 to 500 MB space, right? You can give anything. Example, I'm giving 400. Okay. Still free space is there. No? I'm creating some more partition. Create. One moment. Create. Mount point /home. And the size. I'm giving 10,000. 10,000 means 10 GB. Again, click on create standard partition. Create. Now here, if you observe under file system type, we have swap. Select swap from file system type. Okay. Now I'm giving 2000. It means 2 GB. Okay. Still free space is there. I'm not using this space. These partitions are enough. Okay. This space, if you want, you can use after entering to the operating system also to create partitions. Now, next. Format. Write changes to disk. Next. Select desktop if it is not selected. So if you select desktop option means after entering to the operating system, we can also access GUI mode. If you don't select desktop means only command line interface will work. I will show what is that after entering to the operating system. Next. So tomorrow onwards, practicals will start. Daily labs will be there. And if anyone missed any previous class means you can go through the recording videos. And whatever the topics I'm explaining, you'll get the notes also into your Telegram. Vipin, ask DurgaSoft for the Telegram group link. They will share the link. But once you registered with this, then only they will give the recording, Telegram link.
Hello, 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 hello.
Recording videos you will get. Ask DurgaSoft team. You'll get the call, I think. When you get a call, ask them. Otherwise, if you have their contact details, you can ask them. They will share you the recording through your Telegram. But if you paid means daily, whatever the session is completing, next day they will share the recording video to your Google Drive. If you want demo links, demo recording links means they will share you. Now also they will share you to your email.
Hello. Hello, am I audible?
Tell me.
Actually, can you please explain in between a bit more clarity on swap memory?
Yes, yes. Click on reboot. Installation is completed. Remaining part I will show in tomorrow's session. Okay. So this is about today's session. After installation, remaining part I will show in tomorrow's session. And also basic commands will start in tomorrow's session. Okay. So this is about today's session. Thank you for the session. If you are okay, I'll continue complete installation. That is your wish. I think some left as it is 11. Tomorrow we'll continue remaining part. Thank you for the session. We'll meet tomorrow, Vipin. Thank you.